Shani, and today I'm going to be showing you 5 spring palettes that I'm excited to be using for just in general. It's been a really weird time being home so much and with everything going on, but I don't know, I've been seeing some videos on people's favorite spring eyeshadow palettes they're excited to be using for the springtime and the nicer weather coming. So I figured I'd do the same. I'd picked 5 palettes in my collection that I am really excited to put on my eyes during this nice weather change where we had a pretty, somewhat rough winter, and it's exciting to have warm weather even despite all that's going on. So yeah, I hope this brings you a little bit of joy and gets you excited to use your own collection if you have some of these eyeshadow palettes, or inspires you to get excited for spring in any way that you're interested in. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to start with an honorable mention. This is not an eyeshadow palette, it's actually a blush palette. It is the Likely Makeup Fairy Blush palette, but I am really excited to use this for spring. I mean, I could use it as eyeshadow, but just in general as blushes. This shade is so gorgeous. It is Sunstone and then Rose Quartz are beautiful blush shades, and then the other two I would use as eyeshadow, but this is definitely a palette I'm excited to put on my cheeks all throughout spring and summer. So I'm really excited about that. I thought I'd mention that, but now let's get into the eyeshadow palettes. So the first two I actually haven't picked up in so long, so I'm so excited to hopefully use them and use what I have, because I love them both. But first is the Venus XL2 palette from Lime Crime, and this is such a pretty palette. I haven't used it, I don't know why, but it is so pretty and it really reminds me of spring. I can see the green, like the light green tones, the pinky tones, the neutrals. It just screams spring to me when I was looking through my collection trying to find what I want to use in spring. This just called out to me, so I definitely am excited to use it, and it's a really good quality as well. I got this in the summer and I still have not really used it enough, so I'm hoping with these 5 palettes I might do like a, 3 looks with each of them and show you guys the looks on Instagram. My Instagram is shakeupmakeupshan. I might do a video on it or what, but yeah, I think it's a really great way to use your collection, and 3 looks each palette seems achievable for me. If it was like 5, that might be too much for one palette. Like, I like to switch it up. I don't want to use the same palette a bunch of times in a row just because I get sick of it. But yeah, this is the first palette, super cute and spring-like. Then the second one is the Kat Von D Lolita palette. My boyfriend actually bought this for me last year, about maybe even 2 years ago. I think maybe a year and a half ago or something. And this is all matte and it's like plums and pinks, and it is a little deeper than a typical spring palette is, you would think, but it is really, really pretty. And I used to love pairing this with shimmer palettes, and I don't know, I just really think that this kind of reminds me of spring, just pinks and purples in general. I really like using this time of year, or all times of year anyway, of the year. But yeah, I'm excited to dip into this palette. It actually is beautiful, amazing quality. It's very pigmented, so I think I'm gonna dip into this. I have not used it in so long. So yeah, next is one most people talk about in their spring palette videos. It is the Sweet Talk palette from ColourPop, and just look at this. It is gorgeous. I absolutely love these shades. It's very coral. There's some neutrals in there, but like corals and pinks, which again are very spring-like colors, and there's beautiful shimmers in here, glitter, pressed glitters as well. But I do really enjoy this palette, and I don't know, it just gets me excited. It's almost, I don't know, like looking at these palettes, doing my makeup, especially in this hard time, is so therapeutic for me. and looking at this palette for some reason just really gives me joy, so I thought I had to choose it for this little video, and I really am looking forward to doing some looks with this. I actually used this the other day, so this one I do pick up and use. The two that I talked about prior, I haven't, picked up in a long time, but this one I do reach for somewhat often, so I'm excited about this one. And then the last two are actually more recent palettes in my collection I just recently got. This is the Sugar Pill Fun Size Mini Color Palette. This is so cute, a little kitty on it. But this is gorgeous. It's like my first rainbow palette, I would say. I don't really gravitate towards palettes that look like a rainbow. But this is so cute. It's more pastel, like a pastel rainbow. And I think it's going to be so nice for fall. I'm actually wearing fall. What am I saying? I'm sorry. Spring. I am, oh my god. I am wearing Continue in my crease. It's like a yellow color. And it is just such a pretty pastel palette. I think pastels are great for the springtime. Kind of reminds me of Easter, which is coming. So I just really like this palette. It makes me really happy. And also the heart mirror is just so cute. So this is a definite pick. I didn't even have to think about this one. This was the first palette I grabbed for this video. I was just like, I have to talk about this little palette. And then lastly is my latest palette collection to my collection is the Sugar Pill Capsule Collection #1 Pink Edition. And sadly, I traveled with this. I bought it in Virginia, traveled home, and I cracked or broke 2 shades. 2 of the shimmers are gone, and they were so pretty too, so I'm very, very bummed about it. But the other shades are still really gorgeous. I used the gold, which is Ember, and then Radiate, the green. I used those on my eyes today, and I never wear like greeny yellow toned looks, so this was very interesting for me. The other day I used the blues in a look and I absolutely loved it, and the pinks and purples are so good as well. So this is a really cute palette, and I am bummed about those 2 shades, but I know I'm gonna get good use out of the rest of it, so I'm just trying not to be sad about that. But I do really like Sugar Pill as a brand, and now I have 2 of their palettes, which is super exciting. And I think while this color scheme is a little bit different, I think it's super, super pretty for spring, that, the spring season that is coming. And yeah, that's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. And if you find makeup therapeutic like I do, I hope you continue to have fun and play around with makeup while we are stuck in our houses. I feel like it's hard, but it's also pretty fun. Like, I never do green looks and like this, but now that I'm experimenting, maybe I'll do even more different looks than the usual. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!